Welcome to a brief introduction to our assessment services. Today's technology allows any OEM and dealer group to systematically drill down into the detail of any kind of data, provided the data tables and structure is set up in the beginning, but allows you to drill into dealer groups based on class, perhaps dealer name, dealer code, month, year over year for historical trending, product groups, total sales based on product mix. You simply highlight these areas here, or scatter plots highlight these to pull out the best performing dealers and then drill down into the corresponding data to see how well they do compared to their peer group, and then design and develop best practices and training beyond that. So this is a brief look at a financial dashboard. Here's a brief look at an assessment and what we call a gap analysis for operations. Basically, once the questions are set up for, in this case, rental, used, and marketing, you have identification of the top 5 areas, the bottom 5 areas, the dealership name, the state, the year, and or the quarter, and the bigger the block chart, the bigger the area of opportunity. We can certainly drill down by dealer region to develop more of the detail. The technology available today allows us to track groups by region, groups overall, general trends. This can drive the development of a learning portal that you design with or without our input. Some things to consider prior to performing an assessment. Understanding that the right equipment, business-related questions drive successful performance and more accountability should be standardized by dealer group based upon the OEM. The right reporting is also critical, so common gaps are identified. The technologies that allow senior management to review consistently progress or lack thereof, and then certainly areas where key training initiatives can be quickly developed and delivered so best practices are installed. But there's 5 key areas that drive successful reporting. Understanding clearly based on the requirements, based on the department, having a target question and a certain gap or ranking system, and then having the learning curriculum clearly identified down here, all which is exported into the online tool, and then lastly circling back around to make sure that each department is pulling in all the right requirements to score it correctly. Same process, different assessment detail. From technician training to new sales assessment, having the requirements, the target questions, the gap, and the training curriculum over here is essential to driving online visibility or online best practices. Here's what it looks like from a dealer's perspective when they're actually taking an assessment. They simply log into their account, they select which analysis they're doing, they monitor their percent complete function, and walk themselves systematically through this process. Here's a sample view of what a gap assessment might look like. Dealer summary, dealer operations, marketing, dealer over dealer, red meaning the biggest areas for opportunities for improvement. Here's what some other industries are using. Bentley, for example, a pass-fail based on dealers that take a certain amount of tests and score a certain way. That ultimately drives training curriculum development. Again, here's an example of the main section overview. Nationally speaking, regionally speaking, company speaking, by company department, bearing in mind that the scoring system is a 1 to 5 scale. Strongly disagree, strongly agree, and somewhere in the middle. The lower scoring bar charts indicate greatest areas of opportunity. By specific training discipline, by question type. Corporate overview and the broad view in terms of how you're progressing towards your overall goals and objectives. Trending by group again, all the way down to region detail in terms of how people are scoring. In closing, simply a more efficient way to track all of your dealers in a few minutes per day, a more efficient way of understanding key training initiatives, and lastly, a more efficient way of promoting and managing dealer development initiatives and best practices. You can also find more information here on our website by clicking into one of our social media profiles, following us accordingly where we post free information on all the related topics. Access our YouTube channel by subscribing here. We post free information on the tools and technologies that drive this kind of best practice behavior. And of course, join our Smart Equipment Technology group on LinkedIn where we post frequently about some technologies that are impacting ultimately our dealers and OEM bottom line. Thanks so much for your time. Make it a great day.